Alright, welcome guys to part number 11. This is where we left it last time. We've got this semicircle with the cuts that we've put in it. We need to space those cuts and we'll see how far we get. Today we're going to be in points mode and we want to view from the front. So, camera front, and let's find out where we are. If you're following straight on, you get the benefit of already being there. And let's have a look at what we've got. These points here are at world with object coordinates minus 100, so it should be at 100 because this cylinder was 200 long. And we need a gap in the middle of 100, which is the width of our mount here. So they should naturally be at minus 50, and those ones at 50. Alright, so that's good. That's our gap of 100 in the middle. We're going to delete some of these polygons. We're going to get rid of, change it to polygon mode, those ones there, and hit delete, and that's roughly the shape we're after. Jump back to perspective mode with a couple of holes to close up now. Head straight for your close polygon hole tool. Well, the close polygon hole tool probably won't work looking at that. We'll need to make it manually, so create your polygon. So just around like that there, you know the drill. And onto there. The normal's around the wrong way, so we'll reverse that. Because we need to extrude this one up at some stage. But that's the basic shape there. That's going to lock onto our mount, which we can make visible. And we can place our mount so it looks roughly right. Undo that, we're going to move the whole object. And we want to center that under there. Just do it by eye really. And move it up so it disappears into the top of there. There we go, that's looking roughly right. So we can make, what do we do now? We'll make that cylinder a child of the mount. Because this mount we're going to use to size up exactly where this foot should sit. If we go back to our body, what we want to do is go into points mode. We haven't optimized it, so we'll do that first. So selection, select all, and then just right click optimize, which is somewhere down the bottom. Okay, they'll get rid of all those useless points, and we'll deselect all. I just want to select one of those points there, and we want to go to the world coordinates. That'll tell us exactly where in the world this bottom point is. It is at minus 101,609.991. So we'll copy that number because I've got no chance of remembering that. We'll go back to our mount, and the rotational point of our mount is in the middle of this cube here on top, which was 100 high. 200 high, sorry. That's a value we didn't change. So we need to copy and paste that number in there and add 100 to it, which will give us that distance there, and set the bottom of this in line with that. Or it will do if we click that. So Control V plus 100, apply, and that jumps into position. That was none too hard. The difficult part comes now. We're going to move this across, and then the real way to do this is by eye. We want to get in fairly close here. We want to have that cylinder basically just out from the body, and that just in from there, and that aligns with the bottom, so we've got that. And next we need to move our arms in. The way we're going to do that is to grab our arms. We're going to make that a child of our arm mounts, and we'll make those editable by hitting C. Want to grab the scale tool, and across this red handle here, which is the x-axis, we want to scale it in, and we'll move our arms in until they look about in place, which is about there. And you can see we've got this gap here, so we'll grab our mount and we'll select this top polygon here, so you can see what we're doing. It's not on the mount, it's on the cylinder. And we'll just extrude that up. We're not being too fussy about the shape it forms here, we're going to tidy all that up. One of the detailing tutorials when we get up to doing the arms. It's quite a tricky shape we're getting in here, so be prepared for that later on. So for now we'll just extrude that up, and as you can see it's a bit out at the moment, but that's alright because we've got our basic arm shape in place. Now if you're wondering how we're going to get this other foot, it's quite simple. We're actually going to make a copy of our mount as it is, so Control C, Control V, and click on your magical tool up here. I still haven't found out the name for that. And across the x-axis we want to move it into the same position on the other side, which means we just subtract that negative and hit apply. Our foot jumps over there, and it's all rotated around the right way, and our second foot's in place. Well, it's not around the right way at all. This part here, the foot is all around the wrong way, so we need to grab our rotate tool and turn that around 180 degrees. To there. I'm just watching that H rotation. Check to make sure it fits in there, in there, in there, in there, and there's pretty much our basic R2 shape. We've still got a front leg to add. We've created the foot shape before, only this time we don't put the box on the side, and that'll end this tutorial, I think. So next time we'll look at the front.